Shalom to the elect of the nation of Israel. First and foremost, I'd like to start this lesson by giving all praises, honor and glory to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rcha Kwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well and taught me this 100% truth. Salutations unto the 144,000 doing the work of the Lord in all truth, honor and sincerity. Shalom to the 1/3 men, women and children who believe in this word being taught unto them. So the title of this video is going to be, is this pastor wrong? Alright, because if you haven't read already, the title of this says Ghanaian priest, which is spelled Ghanaian wrong, Ghanaian priest 63 sparks controversy after marrying 12-year-old girl. So I'm gonna throw the question out there: is this pastor wrong for what he's done? Has he done anything unlawful, deciding to marry this 12-year-old girl? Now you see, we need to understand that we are under Esau Edom's rulership, man. So the customs that were followed in the Bible are not followed today. You know, like you have people out here thinking that Easter is a biblical holiday when really it's a pagan holiday. All right, which goes back to Ishtar. You know, that's a whole lesson. That's a topic for a whole nother lesson. All right, but the fact of the matter is, you know, the world doesn't know the truth of the Bible, man, and they don't really have the true understanding of the Bible. Okay, so again, I ask the question: is this pastor wrong, is this priest wrong for what he did, for marrying a 12-year-old girl? You know, because in the world they hear that, oh, you're a nonce, and you know, and they try and throw all kind of words at you. But then you've got Esau Edom, all right, and you've got people of the likes of Diddy and many others in that Hollywood world who you know, they deal with minors, man. You know, minors, and you don't bat an eye, man. You still be in the club singing their music at the top of your lungs, and do you know what I mean? But then when a man of the Lord, when they speak about how this is lawful, we're not telling you to go and you know, marry a 12-year-old child, because we know and understand that we're not in the kingdom, man. We're not in our kingdom, so therefore we're under Esau Edom's laws, and under Esau Edom's laws you wouldn't be able to, you know, that wouldn't fly. Okay, but you see, once we're in the kingdom of heaven, we're going back to the old way, man, and this is a part of the old way. All right, the fact that you had grown-ass men who married 12-year-old girls, because really the moment the scriptures talk about the flower of her age, what's the flower of her age? The flower of her age is when a woman starts menstruating, you know, when she starts her period. Right, the scriptures call that the flower of her age, and pretty much what she becomes a woman once she starts having periods, man. Now what's the age of when women usually start their menstrual cycle? All right, it's usually around 12 to 13. So from the age of 12 to 13, whenever the flower of her age is, that girl is no longer a girl, and that's a woman. All right, it's the same thing that goes. You know, there's a law in the scripture where pretty much, you know, a child is exempt from judgment, but from what age does that, you know, human being no longer become a child? When that human being reaches the ages of like 12, okay, then they're no longer exempt from the judgment that comes from not keeping the law. All right, because they're no longer a child. It's just like even in the JOO-ish community, right? You've got what do they call it, a bar mitzvah and a bat mitzvah, which I believe, you know, they throw for their, you know, children when they reach the age of 12, which goes to show you that really you become a man or a woman by 12, 13. All right. So the fact that this Ghanaian priest has married this young girl who's 12 years old, that has reached the flower of her age, meaning she's menstruating and she can actually have children. All right. There's nothing unlawful about that, and the scriptures very much supports what this Ghanaian priest has done, which, you know, he says it's from Ghana, so more than likely he's from the tribe of Judah, so he's an Israelite. Okay, but yeah, with that being said, I'm not now saying go out there and go find you a 12-year-old girl and go marry her, because we're not in our kingdom. So if you was to go and do that, even though there's nothing wrong with it, well, you know, it wouldn't be advisable. Okay, it's just like the same way in our law we have it that if a woman is promiscuous, you know, she's to be put to death. You know, she steps out on her husband whilst the husband's alive, she's to be put to death. Okay, and I think even the death for a harlot is to be burned by fire, if I'm not mistaken. So what we're gonna do? Go ask women for their body counts, and then you know, fling them in a fire. We're not gonna do that, man. But that is within our law for that judgment to happen. Okay, but we need to be in our kingdom in order for us to you know, judge in that kind of manner. Okay. So now let's hold. Bear me a minute. Let's hold. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 7, and I'll start verse 35. And this I speak for your own profit, not that I may cast a snare upon you, but that which is comely, and that ye may attend upon the Lord without distraction. But if any man think that he behaveth himself uncomely toward his virgin, if she pass the flower of her age. What's the flower of her age? All right, the flower of her age is when a woman starts her menstrual cycle. Okay, the scriptures refer to it as the flower of her age. Okay, it says if she pass the flower of her age and need so require, let him do what he will, he sinneth not, let them marry. Now what is marriage? Sex is marriage. Of course, you still have the marriage ceremony, you know, the dowry and things of that nature. But what consecrates the marriage is the act of sex, because the very word marriage means for what? It is when the man and the woman come together. So when you have sex with a woman, all right, that is a man and a woman literally, all right, coming together, man. Not when, you know, you put a ring on it, all right. That Beyonce, if you like to, then you should have put a ring on it. You know, that's not marriage, man. All right, because that's not coming together even in a literal sense. But when a man and a woman have sex, all right, you're coming together. Isaac and Rebecca, perfect example. All right, you know, Rebecca went into Isaac's tent, and Isaac laid with her, and from that point onwards, that consecrated the marriage. Okay, the deal was made, the agreement was done, and then what solidified that marriage was the union, which the union would be the act of sex. The man and the woman literally coming together. All right, so let's get this now. So I found this. I searched up on the internet, what is the flower of her age, and I came across this. I'm just going to read it out. It says the New King James Version basically reads as the King James Version Bible, but with one important difference. They miss the meaning of the phrase past the flower of her age, which simply means that she is now menstruating. You see, she's now started her cycles. You know, she now has a period. Okay, that's the flower of her age, man. Okay, which simply means she's now menstruating, has reached her childbearing years. All right, so you start menstruating as a woman around the ages of 12 to 13. All right, it says that you are now it means that she has now reached her childbearing years, man. Okay, so biblically speaking, there's nothing wrong with marrying a 12-year-old, 13-year-old girl. All right, but when you weigh it up to the standards of this world, you know, that's just not gonna fly. So are we now saying that you should go out there and try and find a young woman, 12 to 13 years old, to marry? No, because, you know, we have to wait for the kingdom for us to do that without any kind of backlash. All right, because you see now this Ghanaian priest has done that. I didn't even check out the comment board for that post, which really I should have, but I bet there's gonna be a whole lot of nonsense, this, you know, when really this pastor, he ain't done anything against the scriptures, to be honest with you, man. All right, nothing against the scriptures has this pastor done. Okay. And is ripe for marriage, you see? And is ripe for marriage. All right? The flower of her age is when she first begins to menstruate, and this usually occurs around the age of 12 or 13. You see? The idea is not that she is now old or getting on in years and is past her prime. All right? So that paragraph there was really, you know, it hit the nail on the head, and that's the one that you know I wanted to go into, you man. But going back to this here, this Ghanaian priest ain't done anything wrong according to the standards of this world. He's the worst thing going. Oh, how could he do such a thing? Oh, he has problems, whatever the case may be, you know, the slander. But I mean, the world hates this truth anyway. So, you know, of course, when it comes to this aspect of the truth, they ain't gonna like it either. All right, but he ain't done anything wrong. You know, it's completely lawful. Would we advise that you do it here on this side? I wouldn't. You know, it will come with a lot of slander, but in the kingdom, this is gonna be acceptable. This is gonna be the norm, and you know, ain't no one gonna bat an eye, man. Okay. So yeah, man, I just wanted to touch on that in this morning's edification. So I pray, Lord willing, it's been edifying. Until the next time, I say shalom.